In 2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth $140 billion. Nobody was calling it the future of the world. Today, it's worth $3 trillion. Jensen Huang saw something nobody else did, that the same chips powering video games could power artificial intelligence. While everyone else was building for screens, NVIDIA was accidentally building the engine of the future. When the AI boom hit, there was only one company ready to feed it: Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, all dependent on one company's chips. NVIDIA didn't win the AI race. They built the track everyone else is running on.
Hi everyone, today we are going to do a new animation. This animation was also made by Arsynfx. You can check out his profile on Instagram. This video will be covered in 3 parts. So first I'll bring my audio and put it on the timeline. So we need to design this first. As you can see, this background. So I'll bring this background in. Hit S, make it small like this. Then we need to design this paintings with these, frames. So first we'll bring in the frames. Remember to head on to the description section. If you want to follow along, you will find the assets over there. Hit S, make it small. Put one over here at the center. There's another frame. One is rectangle and one is square. So arrange it according to your preference. Now let's bring in the images to go with these frames. Make sure the images are behind them, so it will be visible inside the frame. Just make it smaller to fit inside. Select this, click on the pen tool and simply mask this out. Remember those videos where I worked on 3D editing? Finding 3D assets were very difficult, which wasted my time a lot. Today, I'll show you an AI tool called Hi3D that can generate high quality 3D assets in seconds. Perfect for animations, VFX, and creative projects. Upload any image you want. I will be going with this image of a ketchup pack which I took while eating a burger. Remove the background, enable image enhancement. We can also upscale the image using GPT Image 2. So just go over here and select GPT Image 2 and upscale and hit generate. And another great feature is you can get different camera angles of the same image by clicking on generate multi-views. Select the version 2.1 model. For model type, you can choose fast, then geometry plus texture. I always prefer the fast mode because it increases my workflow speed while editing videos on AI. Click generate and wait a few seconds. The AI will create a fully usable 3D asset automatically. Instead of spending 30 minutes looking for the right 3D asset, I can just make one in a couple of minutes and continue editing. If you're in India, there's also a starter plan for just $4.9 for your first month, which makes it really easy to test it on your own projects. So don't miss it and use my exclusive promo code and link to sign up and get an extra 500 credits. So what are you waiting for? Go to my description and check out the link. Now we have to rename this so that it will be easier for us to get through this when we are revising or making changes. So let's select one by one and rename this to BG. Now we have renamed everything. So let's bring next assets, which is the table and the plants. And finally, we'll bring these shadows you can see over here. Make sure that you keep the color of all the assets same, meaning this color, the label color. For now, I've kept it lavender. When you are editing it, it will be easier. You'll get to know this part when you move ahead in the timeline. Now let's bring in the curtains. So just simply bring it on top like this. Then we'll do this text. NVIDIA was a gaming chip company. So first, as you can see, these paintings are here, which we don't want. So we have to move this towards the side, as you can see. So let's select the bottom left frame and bottom left paint. Bring this over here. Then the bottom right frame and bottom right paint, and bring this over here like this. Right click, new text. Let's write the text. I'll select this font, Bolby 1SC. Hit scale and make this smaller. Bring it in the center, directly below the middle painting, and make this white. I'll bring this text behind the curtain, and let's change this color to lavender. This too. I'll change the audio to peach because the audio will be constant in all the frames. And now we'll do the text animation, which is this. Head on to your effects and presets and bring in the effect simple choker onto your text. And now click on the choke mat. Okay. So when it tells gaming chip company, at that time we'll put the end keyframe. At the first keyframe, we want this to be 100. And at the end, as you can see, it is 0. Then I'll search for the effect turbulent displays. Click on the amount, make it 50. Hit U, go to this keyframe again and make it 30. Hit Shift S to open scale keyframe and click on the scale. Go ahead and again put another scale keyframe. At the start, I want to make it smaller. Then it will be big like this. So this will be the animation, but the text, as you can see, is become too twisted. So I'll just change the starting amount of turbulent displays to 0 and the end amount to 5. Select all of them, F9, and then drag this towards the left.
NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth
Now, the next part, as you can see, these plants, they come in and then go out. Okay, so let's do that. Select both of them, hit P, Shift R for rotation and position. Now, before that, select Y, hold Y and drag it, the anchor point of plant right here. Select plant left, hold Y and drag the anchor point here. Now, keyframe both of them. Go ahead. So first we need to copy these and paste the keyframes. At the start, we simply want to bring them out. So bring them out like this. So it comes in, and then we have to work with the rotation. So simply just tilt them inwards a bit like this. Select them, F9.
In 2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip.
Then go ahead and again drag them out like this. Make this rotation to 0. Then make this 0 2 and bring it back.
2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth 100.
And then we need to move our shadow. So select P for position. Go ahead and drag this up. I'll bring this forward a bit. Make another keyframe here and simply drag this up like this. Select this, F9, like this. Make an animation like this.
In 2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth a.
And now we'll introduce camera. So right click new, camera, hit OK. Right click new, null object. Make everything 3D. Rename this null to cam control 1. Connect the camera to the null. Change the color of the camera too. So the camera and null will be aqua. And as you can see in the video, it is zooming in after the curtain reveal like this. Deselect the 3D from curtain. So after this opens up, just before the text starts to come in, click the cam control, hit P for position. Go ahead and simply zoom this in like this. Select this F9. So this is a fast zoom. Make it like this. So it is faster at the start and slower towards the end.
19, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company.
Match the keyframes of the shadow to the cam control at the same place.
NVIDIA was a gaming chip company.
Now we have to add the text 140 million. Bring in the pen tool. Make sure the fill is off and the stroke is on. Make the stroke to a brown color. And then reduce the stroke. Make it more. Bring it down. Change this color to lavender again. Make sure to make it 3D. Right click, new text. Let's type here 140. Make it 3D. Hit S. Make it bigger. Put this on top. Make this lavender too. I'll just put B here to signify the billion. And let's change this text. So I'll select this. Change this to something cursive. So I'll change the text to Norican, hit S, make it bigger, and select this and the brown line and cut it till here. Hit Control D on cam control 1 to make another cam control. Hit U, delete the keyframes, connect cam control 1 to 2 and simply click on the position keyframe. Go ahead till the text comes in, which is over here, and slowly increase it.
Was a gaming chip company worth 100.
And hit Control D again. You delete the keyframes, connect cam control 2 to 3, and just before the text is about to start, this billion text, click on the position keyframe, go ahead and zoom this in. Select F9 and make a fast zoom in like this.
2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth $140 billion.
And now for this animation, you can see there's black edges and it's a lens type of animation. First, what we need to do is select this whole composition by doing Control Shift C, by doing Control A and hit Control Shift C. Rename this to first scene and then hit OK like this. What we have to do is select the ellipse tool, make sure the stroke is black and make a shape like this. Hit S, make it bigger. Make sure that it touches the bottom and top part. Then search for fast box blur and put it on top of this and change the blur radius to 36 and iterations to 10. Let's make the stroke more thick. Hit Control D on this. Delete the fast box blur. Make sure now fill is on with black color and delete the stroke. S and make it smaller. Now make sure it covers this part which is visible. So this part has been blackened out by the shape layer, but the remaining part is visible. So we have to cover that part like this. Rename this to alpha. Now hit Control D on this scene 1. Put it over here. Deselect the audio icon because we don't want to, do the audio twice, which is already there in scene 1. Bring the effect optics compensation. Deselect this alpha for now. Increase this to around 44. Open this up, head on to effects. Hold Alt and click here to open this up. Delete this and type this. Now click on toggle switches mode. Enable this to track matte the first scene to alpha.
The gaming chip company worth 100.
Just before this text comes in, you have to cut this. Another thing, just put the fast box blur on the alpha 2. Select the alpha, make it a bit smaller like this.
In 2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth $140 billion.
And now for the shake type effect, simply select this. Hold Y and bring the anchor point over here. Hit P for position and R for rotation. Click both of them. Go ahead 1 to 2 frames. Again click both of them. And then in the first frame, bring the position down a bit and rotation like this. So get this. Now I'll bring in my bounce CR 1.1 effect. I'll give this in the description too. So simply just access this through the scripts after installing it. And then simply select these, make this selected, overshoot and hit bounce it. Change this to 8 and this to 2. Right click new. Bring a camera over here too. Right click new. Null object. Rename this to cam control 1. Connect this to here. Make everything 3D. Hit S for scale. Go ahead and zoom this in. Select this F9. Make it faster at the start and slower towards the end. Just simply select the first scene, hit Alt and right bracket to cut them with this too. Okay. Now what I can do is basically head inside, copy this audio, delete it from here and paste it here out.
In 2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth $140 billion. Nobody worth $140 billion.
Right click new text, make it 3D, bring this over here on top. So bring it in the center, as you can see over here. And again, change the font. Hit S, make it bigger. This is the second scene, so I'll change this to orange. Now for the animation, open this text, animate, and then opacity, make it 0. Open the range selector,
Nobody.
click on the offset, go ahead and make this full. Select this F9.
Nobody was calling.
Head on to advanced. Make this to words. Then we need to bring this sky background. To do that, right click new, solid. Make sure it is blue in color. Hit OK. Bring it below this. Cut it from here. Change it to orange. Search for gradient ramp and put it over here. Change the start color to a bit darker blue and end color to a bit lighter. And then, as you can see, we need to bring this clouds. So I'll head on to my images. Hit S. Bring this here. S. Bring this here. Rename this to BG2, this to cloud left, and this to cloud right. Select this, hit Alt and left bracket to cut it from the start. Change the colors to orange, make it 3D. Then this animation. So this is very simple to do. What you have to do basically is first bring in this PNG which you want in the shape of a globe. Okay. So I want this PNG to be in the shape of a globe. Bring this here. Then search for the effect CC sphere and put this on top of this. Now you can see that you have got the shape. Search for Shadow Studio. If you don't have Shadow Studio, then you can also use Drop Shadow. Use Drop Shadow, put it on this, increase the opacity, the distance, and the softness to get something like this. I have Shadow Studio, so I'll use that. Make this orange too. Cut it from the start for the animation. Open this, click on radius and Y rotation, hit U. Go ahead, again click on both of them. Go to the first keyframe, make the radius 0. So it will come up here. Increase the size and rotate this. Select this F9 and drag this towards the left like this.
Nobody was calling it the future.
Simply select the cloud left and right. Hit B for position keyframes. Go ahead till here. Again click on the position keyframe and then bring this out like this. At the starting, let's bring this more in. Select them, F9, drag them towards the left. So when it tells future of the world, at that time we'll bring our this animation or the animation. Hit U on this and simply make the radius bigger like this. And from here we have to also make the animation come down, okay, or zoom out, sorry. So for that, first I'll select all of these, everything in the second part of the animation. Control Shift C and right here scene 2, hit OK. Head on in, make it 3D. Head on inside, right click new, camera, hit OK. New null object, make it 3D, connect camera to null. Deselect 3D from the background. Click on the position keyframe, go ahead and again click on the position keyframe and zoom this out like this. Select this F9 and drag it like this towards the left. So I'll select these two clouds, hit U, click on the position keyframe, go ahead, then bring these in again like this. Select them.
Nobody was calling it the future of the world.
So this will be the last frame which we are going to create today. So it goes to the right simply and cuts. So what we have to do is, so hit Control D over here, connect cam 1 to 2, hit U, delete the keyframes, position, go ahead and drag it left like this. Select this F9, faster at the start and slower towards the end. Somewhere around here, I'll simply cut the scene to, hit Alt and right bracket. Bring in this PNG, hit S, make it 3D first and make it small. Now let's do the text. So basically what I can do is head on to my scene 2, copy the text and paste it here. So this is a new scene. So we'll simply change the colors to cyan. Hit U over here. Make sure the fill is red. Bring this in the center. Change the text to today it's worth 3 trillion. And for the animation, as you can see, it's fading in, but that's not the animation. It should come up with the fade in too. So animate. So head on to animator 1 and click add property, position, and under Y position, bring it down. Hit Ctrl D, U, delete the keyframes, connect 2 to 3. Select this PNG, search for motion tide and bring it on top of this PNG. Make this 200 and this 202. To enable mirror edges, position keyframe, go ahead, another position keyframe, select these, bring this towards the left and add the second keyframe of this position, bring it in the center like this. The text over here, select this F9, drag this towards the left.
World. Today, it's worth 3.
Bring the PNG in, make it 3D, S,
It's worth 3 trillion.
so when it tells 3 trillion, it zooms back and forth.
Today, it's worth.
Hit S and make it small first. Control D to make another cam control. Connect 3 to 4. Hit U. Delete the keyframes. Position keyframe. Go ahead. Zoom this in. Make an animation like this. Select this money PNG. Hit Alt and left bracket to cut it from the start. Change this color to cyan. Again, hit Control D. Connect 4 to 5. Hit U. Delete the keyframes. Position keyframe and zoom this back out. Select this F9.
Trillion.
Let's see the animation, what we have created till now.
In 2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth $140 billion. Nobody was calling it the future of the world. Today, it's worth 3 trillion.
Now let's add some effects. Search for levels and put it on this, image, background image, and copy these settings. Then search for hue And saturation, again put it here and copy these settings to make it dull in the background. Select this text, go to effects and presets, search for drop shadow, bring it on the text, increase the distance, make the color to orange, hit OK, make the opacity 100, let's make the softness to 0. Now I'll bring this texture halftone on top, then hit D, make the opacity to 50%, select the mode and let's make this overlay. Bring levels on top of this and change the settings to somewhat around this. Now I'll bring another texture, cover this up, make the opacity to again 50%, bring levels on top of this and change the settings to somewhat around this. Change this to add. Now bring this PNG, make this smaller, change this to add to, opacity 50%, and bring levels onto this and change the settings to this. Right click new and head on to adjustment layer, type Gaussian blur and search for Gaussian blur now over here. Put it on top, increase the blurriness, double click on ellipse and invert, and finally feather this out to get this blurred at the edges. There is one more effect which will go on top of this, but I'll not put it now. It will be put after the completion of the animation, because if we put this now, the animation will lag and we have to first complete the whole animation, then we'll do the effect for that. Now let's see how this looks.
In 2019, NVIDIA was a gaming chip company worth $140 billion. Nobody was calling it the future of the world. Today, it's worth $3 trillion.
Okay,